Hi, I'm Pranav and I'm going to talk about gay dating stereotypes in India and if I have to be specific, in Delhi.
Hi, my name is Oliver and I am a trans guy who just came back home to cold Sweden after 2 amazing weeks in India. Apart from traveling and seeing amazing sights, I was also lucky enough to meet up with a bunch of cool queer people who agreed to share their stories with me and my camera. Pranav was the last person I met before traveling back home, which means that this is the last video you're going to see from my India series.
Hi, I'm Pranav Grover. I am 19 years old. I reside in New Delhi and I identify as a cis homosexual person. And I'm a very multi-purpose person. I'm a very versatile person. So I'm pursuing journalism and mass communication. I'm in my second year right now. I am also into event management. I've been working for 3 years now. I'm also a social media influencer. I create content on LGBT community and make people aware about it, like the struggles and the kind of stereotypes that we go through every day. And I have my own NGO for animals and I work for animal aid, animal sterilizations, rescues, adoptions and everything. For stray animals basically.
Pranav has chosen to talk about gay dating stereotypes in Delhi and also share some of his own experiences from his dating life.
There are loads and tons of gay dating stereotypes that one goes through. Be it your preference, be it your positions, be it your insecurities, be it men. So for me, men will be men, be it gay, be it straight. Because I've had my part of, being with men. I've been dating and hooking up with men for like 6 years now. So I've had a very, very vast range of variety and of men, going out with them, going out on dates, or having a non-strings attached thing and hookups, makeups. I've done everything at the age of 19.
The first thing he wants to mention is the assumptions people make about each other based on their appearance.
If I am a person with long hair and piercings and tattoo and with a very slim waist, I can certainly not be gay. I am gay though, but I cannot be gay. I have my own sense of fashion. Fashion should never be, segregated or included with the term of gender. Because fashion is fashion. You have a different sense of aesthetic. You have a different point of view to what aesthetic can be to you. We have different definitions. Like for me, I have a very separate definition for fashion and for pride. I keep them segregated. But for people, they have stereotypes that a boy can't wear that, a girl can't wear that, a boy cannot have long hair, and especially colored hair, so no. A boy can only have long hair if he's tying into a bun, not open hair, it doesn't suit you. And I'm like, it's my body. It's my maintenance. I am paying for my own self. I am a very high maintenance person. You can't tell me what am I supposed to do with my body or with my hair. People will assume, if I have to use the word, I'm a bottom. You never know. I might, come out and fuck you. You never know me, but it's just the assumption thing. And then if I am sitting with a man, it's very natural. If he's a masculine body and stuff like that. So people, they've stuck this thing into my mind that if a person with masculine body and a gym toned guy and a very lean body, he's definitely a top. Did you ask that person? Or why are you assuming?
Pranav has his own preferences when it comes to men to date.
I am very choosy. I'm very choosy when it comes to men. I have a very specific taste. It's like on one tree, I need all the fruits to be, grown together and, naturally healed and stuff. So I need all kind of fruits on just one tree and it's impossible. But sometimes you get that one person you're looking up for, but it just doesn't work out. Because destiny has its own plans, it's just fate.
And this has sadly happened to Pranav.
I fell in love with a person. The first love that I had, it was in my school. He was my school teacher and today he's one of my closest friends and he was a straight guy and I knew it, that he was a straight guy. But the moment I saw him walking into my school and through the gate, I was like, yeah, this is all I was looking for. This is exactly what I was looking for. And he was just so sweet that after 6 months, I couldn't control myself, I confessed. And the moment he accepted that fact that yes, a homosexual guy is in love with me, he was like, love is love. I was like, this is exactly what I was looking for. This is the exact kind of reaction what I was looking for, that a man is accepting what love is, not considering what my gender or what my sexuality is. But since he was a straight guy, nothing would have happened. It was meant to be. So it took me 3 years to move on from that person, from a one-sided relationship. And all my life, I've always been in a one-sided relationship with all kind of men I've ever fallen with, because sometimes I am not their type. I don't match their vibe. They're just looking for something casual. They're in their whole phase, if I have to say. They're not looking for something stable.
And here is another example from Pranav's dating history.
I'll tell you one of the most dumbest reasons one gave me to dump me. He's like, Pranav, I like you so much. You're just so my type. We're perfect. You're just perfect. I was like, that's good. I'm glad you think about it. And he was like, but I can't date you. I was like, okay, this is a major U-turn. Why can't you date me? And you know what was his reaction? His reaction was, people know you. You're out and proud and open, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very happy that you're out in the open. It's just that people know you from the community. You're very famous. Everybody knows who Pranav Grover is. And whenever we're walking together, people will focus on you. They won't even look at me. When you're achieving something, people will always take your name. They will never take my name. And I was like, do you like me? And he said, yes. And I was like, as my partner, don't you think you should be happy for me that your partner is achieving? And he was like, it's just me. I can't change who am I. I was like, you can't, but you can change your perspective. You can't change your nature for who you are. You can't change something that you're born with, but you can change your perspective. And that was it. That was the end of me and him being together. It's just very hard for me to let go of a person I'm so close to, and I've been doing this thing for 6 years now with several men. I talk to them, I get attached, and then this classic line they give me that, Pranav, I'm never gonna leave you. And 10 days after this line, they leave me.
Here's another tip from Pranav when it comes to dating.
Never wait for a person. Never ever wait for a person. If you're staying in India, it's a very big stereotype. Never wait for a person, because you never know when they change their preferences. Because if you're waiting for a person, it gives them the power to have a control over you. It's very good you confessing first, you taking your feelings out for the person. But if you're confessing to that person, you are giving the control to that person. You're giving the power to that person to control you, to control your feelings. Because they'll be like, he's in love with me, he isn't going anywhere. He's staying with me. Even if I'm fucking around, fucking girls, fucking boys, if I'm hooking up around, he's still there because he's in love with me, because he's confessed. You can just play with their feelings. And I have been a victim to that. I learned a lesson. It's very hard for me in today's time to trust a man at all. Men are very insensitive. Or maybe it's just my luck that I always met people who are very insensitive. I don't know why do I attract very insensitive, toxic or red flag people. I don't know what I have in me. But I'm attracted to them, or they're attracted to me. People like me for my figure, not for who I am or who I aspire to be. They don't like me for that. Because when they do, they're like, no, you're not my type. And you know what their type is? People who are straight. That's never gonna happen, honey. You fucking a person who is straight, it's never gonna happen. Just you're dreaming about it. One more stupid reason people give me, you're a feminine bottom. I need to fuck a masculine bottom. I can't date you because you're very feminine for me. If I'm gay, I'm definitely into boys, not into femme sissies. I am not a feminine person. Entire my life I've been, telling people I'm not a feminine person. Fashion has no role for me being a feminine person or me being an effeminate person. I am all man. I feel as a man. I identify as a man. I have no issues with people who are feminine identifying or who are female identifying or who are trans identifying. They're my friends. But this is a very stupid reason. I can't date you because you're a feminine person. I need a person with facial hair. I need a person with short hair. I need a person with proper formals. I'm like, I understand that you have your preferences, that you have your choices, but you can't shame somebody based on their, priorities or based on their choices of living their own lifestyle. You can't shame them.
You never know how it will affect someone. For Pranav, it triggers things from his childhood.
I had this insecurity in me that I'm very feminine. I'm not, but when you're living with orthodox parents, they make you feel that you're very girly. So it's an insecurity of mine. You can't bring my only insecurity on my face. You can't slap me with that insecurity that you're very feminine for me, because that's one thing that triggers me that I've been living for my entire life now. Politeness goes a long way. You can be normal with me. You can be honest with me, but you can't shame me for who I am.
But of course, everything in this video is from Pranav's point of view. There are many people in Delhi and elsewhere who are dating guys and have very different experiences.
And this is not what I'm speaking on behalf of somebody else. This is what I've felt. And if you can change my experiences, I'll be happy to do so. If you can change my point of view, I'll be happy to listen to you. We can contradict, we can debate on it. Because I've had my set of experiences, you've had your set of experiences, and it's normal. Right? You've been on very good terms with men, you've been very happy with them, you've had very successful relationships. I've never had one. Because if I dreamt of a person, of a man to, being married to, I haven't found that person. Or even if I had, we weren't meant to be. because again, I was not his type as what he quoted.
Pranav also hasn't been lucky with dating apps like Grindr or Tinder.
You know, my Grindr profile stays very clearly, big no to hookups. And then people are texting me, can we hook up? I think you're that much literate, you're texting me, can we hook up, in proper, grammar and everything. Can you just fucking read my bio? I said say no to hookup. I'm completely not into hookups. When I'm in my hookup phase, I've had a very hard time finding a good hookup. And when I'm looking for something stable, I have all the hoes lined up for me. Never I'm in luck with, good men. I've been on some good dates, very genuine dates, very sexual dates. Been on that. I'm very open about it. But men who are emotionally available, men who are calm, men who respect you, who are proud of your achievements, who support you in who you are, they're very rare to find. Either they are dating, either they are not looking for a stable thing, either I'm not their type, or either they are in their hoe phase, or either they are like, I am okay to friends. Why am I being the most unlucky person on this planet? And I'm a very old school lover. I'm a very old school, sitting by the monument, holding hands and, looking at each other and, looking at a lake and just talking and just randomly making spontaneous plans, bringing flowers, bringing handwritten letters, doing very underrated picnics, doing Netflix dates and stuff. I am that kind of a person. I have thousands of fantasies and, everything in my mind. Right now, I have imagined my, my wedding with 1,000 different men. I'm walking down the aisle, I'm looking at the partner, I'm in that, in that attire, and people are looking up at me and they're crying and my partner is crying. It's just that I am in the same outfit, everything is same. Just the face of the partner changes every now and then.
Let's end this video with Pranav's hopes for the future of his own love life. So historically, Pranav has doubted whether or not he deserves love.
Because for the most part of my life, I was like, will I ever get loved? Will somebody ever love me? Will there be a man for me who can love me for who I am? Or for a person I aspire to be? Or for a person I've transformed into? Will somebody love me?
But now, he's more sure of it.
So whomsoever is out there for me, he's gonna find his way to me. I'm gonna find my way to him, that's very sure. And you always find that love, that connection in a very unexpected way when you're not forcing yourself into that thing. So just don't force.
If you enjoyed watching that video, please like, comment, subscribe and share the video. I really appreciate you showing your love in that way. If you also want to support the channel financially, that's possible via Patreon, but really no pressure. See you next time!